In the vast and enigmatic city of Therion, a place where magic intertwines with politics, power is a well-guarded secret, reserved only for a few chosen ones. In this metropolis of towering spires and labyrinthine streets, most citizens lead ordinary lives, unaware of the mysteries lurking in the shadows. But for Lyra, a young girl who has grown up in the humblest neighborhoods of Therion, magic is something entirely unknown, until a fateful day changes her destiny forever. Lyra, used to the harsh life of the streets, has spent her childhood protecting her little brother, Jaren, from the dangers that threaten their world. However, everything changes when, in a moment of desperation, Lyra unleashes a power she never knew she possessed. Cornered by a gang of thugs, a surge of energy erupts from her, leaving her attackers unconscious on the ground. This act, though involuntary, catches the attention of the Order of the Arcanes, the powerful organization that controls magic in Therion. The Order, led by the enigmatic Master Kale, does not allow any magical power to remain outside its control. To them, Lyra represents a threat, an untrained mage, and worse, an unregistered one, whose uncontrolled magic could jeopardize the delicate balance of the city. However, before the Order can capture her, Lyra is rescued by Therion, a renegade mage who was once a member of the Order but now lives in exile after challenging the strict rules of the Arcane Council. Therion, seeing potential in Lyra that she herself does not understand, decides to hide her in his secret refuge, a place concealed within the darkest corners of Therion. There, he begins to teach her the rudiments of magic, showing her a world that had previously been forbidden to her. But Therion also warns her about the dangers she faces. The Order is not as benevolent as it appears, and its true objectives are far darker and more manipulative than anyone could imagine. As Lyra begins her training in secret, the Order intensifies its search. Kale's agents are determined to capture her and bring her before the Arcane Council, a group of powerful mages who govern Therion from the shadows, wielding both magic and politics with an iron fist. But Lyra, now under Therion's protection, is determined not to be caught. She knows she must learn to control her power, not only to protect herself and her brother, but also to uncover the truth about her mother, a mysterious figure whose magical legacy could hold the key to unraveling the Order's secrets. Thus begins the story of Lyra, a young girl thrust into the world of magic against her will, but who soon discovers that her destiny is intrinsically linked to the future of Therion. With every lesson she learns, with every spell she masters, Lyra delves deeper into a labyrinth of intrigue, betrayal, and hidden dangers. But she also finds unexpected allies, like Mistress Lyra, a mage within the Order who begins to question the Council's decisions and sees in Lyra a spark of hope for change in the power structure that has governed Therion for centuries. As Lyra struggles to stay one step ahead of her pursuers, she must confront moral dilemmas and difficult choices. She discovers that in a world where power is the most valuable currency, trusting someone can be her greatest weakness, but also her only salvation. With the city of Therion as a backdrop, where magic and politics intertwine in a dangerous dance, the Order of the Arcanes, Chronicle of a Hidden Power, narrates the struggle of a young girl to uncover the truth about her past, master her power, and find her place in a world where loyalties shift like the tides, and where every action has a price. Don't miss out on the best. Subscribe now to my YouTube channel and join this amazing community. Every week, new adventures, tips, and much more await you. Hit the subscribe button and activate the bell to stay always up to date. Let's start with the story. In the vast city of Therion, a metropolis where magic and politics intertwine, the lives of ordinary citizens remain unaware of the mysteries and powers hidden in the shadows. In this city lives Lyra, a young girl who grew up in the poor neighborhoods, ignorant of the secrets of magical power that govern the world. However, her life changes drastically when, in a moment of desperation, she discovers she possesses an innate talent for magic. One day, while trying to defend herself and her younger brother from a gang of thugs, Lyra accidentally unleashes a powerful spell that leaves them unconscious. This act, although saving them, draws the attention of the Order of the Arcanes, a powerful organization of wizards who control magic in their ion and do not allow anyone to wield arcane power outside their control. After the incident, Lyra becomes the target of the Order, who sees her as a threat due to her uncontrolled and untrained magic. Master Kale, a high-ranking member of the Order, sends his agents to capture her and bring her before the Arcane Council. However, Lyra manages to escape with the help of Therion, a renegade wizard who was once part of the Order but now lives in exile due to his disagreements with the Council. Recognizing Lyra's potential, Therion takes her under his wing and hides her in a secret refuge. There, he begins teaching her the basics of magic, warning her that her power is immense but dangerous if left uncontrolled. He also reveals that the Order is not as benevolent as it seems, its true objectives are far darker and more manipulative. While hiding from the Order, Lyra begins to train intensely with Therion. She learns about different types of magic, from elemental spells to the complex arts of mental sorcery. During her training, Lyra also starts to discover more about her own past. Her mother, whom she barely remembers, was also a powerful mage who mysteriously disappeared when Lyra was just a child. Therion teaches Lyra to control her magic and hide it from the magical detectors the Order uses to track unregistered wizards. However, as her power grows, so does the danger of being discovered. Lyra begins to realize that she must confront the Order not only to protect herself, but also to uncover the truth about her mother and the true objectives of the Order. As Lyra grows stronger, Therion tells her more about the Order and its political intrigues. The Arcane Council, led by Archmage Seraphis, rules over the magic and politics of their ion with an iron fist, ensuring that no other force can challenge their power. But within the Order, there are factions, and not all wizards agree with the Council's methods. Lyra finds herself caught in a web of intrigues, where the most powerful wizards of their ion fight for control. She learns of a dissident faction known as the Illuminated, who seek to overthrow the Council and free wizards from its control. However, Therion warns her that the Illuminated are not much better, their methods are equally brutal and ruthless. Just when Lyra begins to fully trust Therion, she discovers that he has his own hidden motives. Therion reveals that he has always been searching for an ancient power known as the Scepter of the Eternals, an artifact that could grant him control over all the magic in the world. To obtain it, he needs Lyra's unique magic, which is tied to an ancient prophecy. Feeling betrayed, Lyra tries to escape but is captured by Therion, who takes her to an ancient crypt beneath the city where he believes the scepter is hidden. However, before he can use her to access the scepter, they are discovered by agents of the Order who have been tracking Lyra all this time. Lyra is taken to the Order's fortress, where she is imprisoned and placed under the watchful eye of Mistress Lyra, a powerful mage loyal to the Council. Lyra, initially cold and severe, begins to see a spark of hope in Lyra for change within the Order and starts questioning whether the Council has made the right decisions. While imprisoned, Lyra has visions of her mother, who reveals fragments of the truth about her lineage and the role she is destined to play in the future of magic. These visions also guide her toward an ancient forgotten magic, one that could balance power among the wizards and restore lost freedom. While Lyra is imprisoned, the Illuminated launch a massive attack on the Order's fortress, seeking to overthrow the Council and take control of magic in their ion. The attack is brutal and ruthless, plunging the city into chaos. Amidst the siege, Therion escapes from his captivity and joins the Illuminated, determined to obtain the scepter of the Eternals for himself. During the battle, Mistress Lyra, who has now become an unexpected ally of Lyra, frees her, trusting that the young mage might be the key to ending the conflict and saving Therion from destruction. Lyra, with Lyra's help, fights to escape the fortress as chaos reigns around them. Lyra and Lyra, now united in their goal, embark on a dangerous mission to find the scepter of the Eternals before Therion or the Illuminated can. They know that if the scepter falls into the wrong hands, it could mean the end of magic as they know it. Guided by Lyra's visions and Lyra's arcane knowledge, the two travel to the most remote and dangerous places in Therion. During their journey, Lyra begins to master the ancient magic her mother showed her in her visions, giving her an advantage over her enemies but also attracting the attention of even darker forces. The story's climax arrives when Lyra, and Therion converge in the Chamber of the Eternals, where the scepter has been hidden for centuries. Therion, consumed by ambition, attacks Lyra and Lyra, determined to claim the scepter's power for himself. However, Lyra, now in full control of her magic and guided by her mother, faces Therion in an epic duel. The scepter's power begins to unleash, threatening to destroy everything around it. At the last moment, Lyra makes an unexpected sacrifice. Instead of taking the scepter for herself, she destroys it, releasing the magic it contained and spreading it across the world. This act breaks the control the Order and the Illuminated had over magic, returning the power to ordinary people. With the destruction of the scepter and the dispersal of magic, the power structure in Therion changes drastically. The Order of the Arcanes dissolves, and wizards, now free from the Council's control, begin to seek a new path, one more in harmony with the people they serve. Lyra, now a heroine in the eyes of many, faces a new world where magic is no longer the privilege of a few but a gift accessible to all. Alongside Lyra, she begins to rebuild Therion, teaching new generations to use magic with wisdom and compassion. Although the path to peace is long and difficult, Lyra is determined to ensure that her mother's sacrifice and the lessons she learned during her journey are not in vain. The story concludes with a reflection on power, freedom, and the responsibility that comes with being a bearer of magic. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment.